What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we are doing another episode of Versus. What is Versus, you may ask? It's a series where we put two weapons, or sometimes other things, head-to-head to see which one is better, and hopefully make you a better gamer. Now, today we are putting, in my opinion, the best assault rifle in the game, the KN-44, up against the brand new assault rifle in the game, the FFAR, aka the old FAMAS. Now, the reason why we're comparing these two weapons is because I consider the KN-44 the best assault rifle in the game. Now, by comparing it to the FFAR, we can see exactly how good it is compared to the best weapon. Therefore, if it's better, it is now the best weapon. So it's super simple, super easy. Now, before we get into that, there's one thing I'd like to say. I rarely ever do this, so bear with me. I'm actually starting to upload Uncharted 4 gameplay, a Let's Play, on my second channel down in the description. I barely ever talk about it, so if you like what you see on this channel, you may like what you see over there. I do things like Let's Plays, vlogs, and sometimes upload some stream highlights. So if you're interested in that, that link is down in the description. But without further ado, let's get into talking about these two awesome weapons. So as always, let's start out by comparing the two damage profiles. So the KN-44 deals 40 damage up close, 30 at mid-range, and 29 at long range. This ranges from a 3 to a 4 bullet kill and drops off at 17.5 meters. Now, this is amongst the best damage profiles in the game and is very solid. However, if we compare it to the FFAR, it's 30 damage up close, 29 at long or mid-range, and 22 at long range. Now, this drops from a 4 to a 5 bullet kill at 50 meters in game. So comparatively, the damage profile is much better on the KN-44. A 3 to a 4 bullet kill is obviously much better than a 4 to a 5 bullet kill, no matter where the bullets drop off. Therefore, it gets +1 point and takes the lead. So as we've come to know with weapon balance, normally when a weapon has a better damage profile, it has a worse fire rate. This is no exception. The KN-44 has a 625 RPM fire rate compared to the FFAR, which has an 800 RPM fire rate, which is actually the best out of any of the assault rifles. And because of this, the FFAR is going to get +1 point. So at this point, with one of them having a way better damage profile and one of them having a way better fire rate, you're probably wondering which one of these weapons actually has a faster time to kill. And this one's interesting because technically the time to kill is much better on the FFAR. Technically, because of that 800 RPM fire rate, it destroys at every single range. But for some reason, in game, when I am playing and I get into a gunfight up close or even at long range with the KN-44, I lose. However, numbers don't lie, and I won't lie to you guys. The FFAR does have a better time to kill, and because of that, gets +1 point. So now the question is, how does this make any sense at all? I'm telling you that the time to kill on the FFAR is better, however, I'm losing gunfights to the KN-44 when I am playing in-game. How does this make any sense, and how can this be proven with numbers? Well, it comes down to the nitty-gritty stats, and we're going to start out by talking about view kick. So, if I was to give my personal opinion on the view kick, the KN-44's view kick is way easier to handle than the FFAR's, and part of that is because of the fast fire rate. Now, as always in the Versus series, I don't give out any points for the view kick, simply because it's so heavily based on personal preference. In this case, I would love to give points out to the KN-44 because it has better view kick, but there is going to be those 5 people out there that go ahead and say, hey, I like the FFAR or the wannabe FAMAS's view kick actually better, and then it's just an argument because you can quantify it, and I do have numbers here. However, it always comes down to personal preference because different weapons bounce different ways, which sometimes lead to headshots and other times just lead to you missing shots altogether. So as always, I'm not going to give out any points for the view kick, even though I am telling you the KN-44's view kick, in my opinion, is better. So let's move on and look at something else. How about we look at magazine size? It just so happens that both of these weapons have the exact same magazine size of 30 rounds in a magazine, and you also start with 120 bullets on each of these weapons. So it's exactly the same for both weapons. So again, we are giving out no points for that. Next up, we're going to look at reload speed. Now, reload speed's interesting on this one because the reload speed on the FFAR is 2.5 seconds and 3.2 seconds with an empty magazine. Whereas if we look at the KN-44, it's 2.03 seconds and 2.8 seconds with an empty magazine. So it's obviously like half a second slower with the FFAR. And in fact, the FFAR actually has the slowest reload speed out of any of the assault rifles. In fact, 0.5 seconds is actually a pretty damn big deal when it comes to reload speed. And when you're using the wannabe FAMAS in Black Ops 3, you're going to notice right away how long that reload speed feels, even though it's only 0.5 seconds slower. So for that, the KN-44 gets +1 point and ties her up. The stat I find most interesting when comparing these two weapons is hip spread, because if we really look at hip spread, the minimum size hip spread for the KN-44, so this is when you're not moving, not shooting, doing nothing, is 3.5 inches. For the FFAR, it's 3 inches, so it's better for the FFAR. However, if you're moving around, the maximum size for the KN-44 is 7 inches, whereas for the FFAR, it's 8 inches. So it's worse for the FFAR. So the minimum size is better for the FFAR and worse at maximum size. So really, there is no points I can give out there, even though one's bigger by half an inch. There is no point in giving any points out for that, because one's better in one situation and one's better in another. So again, no sense in handing out points to that. So they're still tied. So the final stat I have to look at today is actually aim down sights time. Now, the aim down sights time for the KN-44 is 0.25 seconds. The aim down sights for the FFAR is 0.3 seconds, which is again the slowest out of any of the assault rifles. The only assault rifle that has that same aim down sights time is the Man of War. Now, this is important. This is incredibly important to note that the aim down sights time is slower for the FFAR, because this explains so much. So the aim down sights time being slower on the Man of War than any of the other assault rifles makes sense, because with the Man of War, since that's such a slow firing weapon, you want to keep your distance. You want to be sticking to those long ranges where you can just pick people off. The FFAR, since it's a fast firing weapon, you want to be up in people's faces, killing them extremely quickly with that fast fire rate. This doesn't help that the aim down sights time is so slow, because when you're up close and personal, you want to be aiming down sights as fast as possible to get those bullets on target as fast as possible. So the fact that the KN-44 has a better aim down sights time is actually a really big deal, and maybe one of the reasons why I was always losing gunfights to the KN-44, even up close. So for that, the FFAR is actually going to lose this battle to the KN-44, and the KN-44 gets +1 point, takes the lead, and wins this week's version of Versus. So with this week's episode, it actually came down to the nitty-gritty stats. The aim down sights time, the reload speed, that kind of thing. Now, that being said, I prefer the KN-44 even based on the time to kills, mainly because of the view kick. I find that the KN-44 is so easy, so easy to control, and I always prefer those lower bullets to kill over a higher bullet to kill. It's the same reason why a lot of people prefer the Man of War. In fact, the Man of War is even better when it comes to bullets to kill. It's a 2 to 3 bullet to kill. So that's another weapon, and it's one of the reasons why people always gravitate towards those weapons with super low bullets to kill. Same kind of reason why I love the Gorgon. So that's why I love the KN-44, and even with the stats we have to work with, I truly believe the KN-44 is absolutely a better weapon. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Which one of do you even have the FFAR? Let me know that too. But which one of these weapons do you think are better based on the stats I've given you today? I 100% think that the KN-44 is 100% the better weapon. I think a really good comparison would be the HVK versus the FFAR, because actually both of them have the exact same damage profile, exact same damage profile, so I think it would make for a really good comparison. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If that sounds like something you'd enjoy, hit that like button. It would let me know that that's something you'd like to see, and I can make that happen for you. So, like I said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you're interested in my channel and you haven't been here before, this is your first video you've seen, first of all, let me know down in the comment section below, and then hit that subscribe button, because I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week except for Sunday. And if you enjoy my content and you think you'd be interested in seeing me play some other games or just some vlogs, check out my second channel. That link is down in the description. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I love every single one of you guys except for Peter. That guy's a douchebag. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.